You talk about events that can cause the end of the world. Does this knowledge keep you awake at night?
Yes.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay, we are gonna get right into this one. Bounce Buddies 41. They call these optional. Like they're like, you did good. You did good. Turn back now. Again, I'm staring at a test chamber that I have no idea what to do. We've got a couple of bounce stuff. It looks like the Bounce Buddies thing is you and your companion cube. I think that companion cube has to bounce here. Probably off of the first one, which means we want these to bounce off the second one? Sort of. Maybe.
I just let it go. Let the experiment run its course.
That's kind of how I would do it, though. Let's see. So we need just a little ramp. And check out how that goes. Cube comes out immediately, so no button pressing. That is the bounce angle for it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go with that. Though we could bounce a little bit later, I think. Could we? Come on. Can we bounce later? Yes, we can. So a little bit more. You know, it's not that I mind difficulty, but I get annoyed when it's unnecessary difficulty.
This requires a base level of science literacy that I don't think we've achieved yet.
It's difficulty for difficulty's sake. That doesn't really suit me well.
If they see something they want to experiment with, even if they might break it, I just let it go.
There it is. Okay. I like that. So now we just need to slide it on in. Was it entirely necessary to make these 2 points like one away from each other? Let's give that a drive and see where they land. It lands there. Okay, we can start building there. Cool. Right here.
Because therein are is the soul of curiosity that leads to the kind of mind you would want as a scientist.
It's only about to break. You're kidding me. All right. It's starting to fall apart. Ah, they're starting to drown. I was surprised it lasted that long. 2 made it through. Almost 3.
When faced with disaster, impending disaster,
I still don't think it's going to handle the convoy.
when you're trained as a scientist or an engineer, that's not the first thing you think of. First thing you think of is, how can I prevent the disaster?
I shouldn't have said that.
How can I figure out how to deflect it? That's why you want scientists and engineers in your midst. Otherwise, you're just running away from every possible disaster.
You're right, that is pretty bad. Well, I hope this actually helps. Because it doesn't look that great to me. It's not that great. Oh, oh boy. That's gonna break. Come on. That's gonna break. That broke. 5 made it. I keep going up by 1.
When you're trained as a scientist or an engineer, that's not the first thing you think of.
So if we do this and like double the distribution of this individual load, that shouldn't work, but it probably will. So how much force can each one take? I don't know. Game's never been very particular about it. I think that covers it. I think they're all making it. Alright. You wastefully spent over 100,000. But congratulations, we got 10 passed. At a cost of only 10 grand per each? I think it's worth it.
The title chapter of the book, Death by Black Hole, comes from a section called, it's called When the Universe Turns Bad.
Kubachinko? What does Kubachinko mean? Does anybody know what Google Kubachinko for me, and let me know what it means.
And there are too many people out there say, oh, we live in a beautiful universe that's just made for life and Earth is perfect. And it's like, no. First, Earth is trying to kill you with earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, tsunamis, floods. The whole lot of ways the Earth wants to kill you, not to mention viruses and the like.
Yeah. No, I'm sure it doesn't mean that. That would be rip. You think it's the pachinko as the Japanese falling game? Ah. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's test that out. Okay, so they're both up against the wall from this point. That falls down, but I assume I only need 1. Okay, so now I think the issue might be it falling on the button and not falling past. I'm just gonna build a little wall over here.
And hey, wait a minute. And who's gonna pay for the wall?
I hope it doesn't reflect into the acid. It might. Hope it doesn't. It does. I mean, it doesn't make it. So that's too bad. Let's just add a thing here. Very close.
That's Earth. Now the universe wants to kill you with asteroid impacts and, you know. So let's be candid about that.
Come on, Cube. There you go. That worked perfectly. Gosh, when does that ever happen?
When you're trained as a scientist or an engineer, that's not the first thing you think of.
How do I keep it up against the wall, though? That's not too bad. Okay, it's not great. In fact, it's horrible. Yeah, that definitely fixes it. No, it doesn't. Actually, it did! Is that almost? Okay. I hope that's the right angle, because I can't, like, build and see this thing swung open. It's really annoying.
Death by black hole, you're not likely to die that way. But if you had a choice, if I had a choice, I'd pick that way. Because it's, oh yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Death by black. So what happened? Because it's spectacular. if you had the choice of getting hit by a car, you know, falling off a cliff, or falling into a black hole, I'm taking the black hole.
Okay, now why?
Oh, just because it's intriguing.
Okay.
It's a one-time experiment.
You know, I love how it used to annoy me when I saw a player do this, and then I feel the temptation just because I've played this game enough to know how everything goes wrong and you're just gonna have to add stress to it later. It trains you to do stupid stuff.
When you're trained as a scientist or an engineer,
And it worked! For one, will it work for the convoy though? It's only a convoy of 4, so I'm not too worried. They're all queuing up pretty nicely, but they all go through at once. They all made it! Ah, boy, that was a stroke of luck right there. 43.
well, I'm taking the black hole.
Okay, now why?
Portals galore. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is actually like a find the best route sort of thing. There is objectively one way through here. I'm doing it again. I am completely stumped. How are you supposed to do this if you're colorblind? That's what I wonder. Oh, I traced out the path. The path is, look, blue to purple, hit this button. Okay, so now this is opened up. Go through pink. From pink into brown. From brown over this button, which disables this. Into this one, which goes through. This has been disabled already over here. So now it goes through here. It's orange. Comes out of orange. And this is disabled because we just hit it. Goes through green and to the exit. I think it'll be fine. It's having a lot of trouble here because this doesn't connect directly, and I can't directly support this because of this damn corner. Making me angry.
So that was an important news story for me because that is the beginning of the end.
Okay, very nice. Now we're over here. Oh boy, I wish that would fit. And I can make it fit. No, that would be terrible. Just put a wall right there.
And hey, wait a minute. And who's going to pay for the wall?
It did! No kidding. Oh, hey, you made it. Almost. You're having trouble there.
That's where you think you're at the top and people start doing things on their own with or without you. And all of a sudden, you gradually fade to insignificance on the world stage.
Which is something I didn't expect. I'm actually going to switch this up. Oh, I would love it if I didn't build something and instead did that. Because it's gonna like ramp really aggressively off that. I'm going to raise this.
What follows is a brief construction montage. We hope you enjoyed this brief construction montage.
It's the other button. Makes it through the laser. And even to green. But now we're stuck
That's
on the other
where
side. He's still
you
like,
think you're at the top and
No,
people start
no,
doing
don't
things
do
on
this.
their own
"Don't
with
do
or
this."
without
he doesn't like
you.
this wall. This wall, he doesn't like getting pinned against the wall. That's terrible. And I think that's all the bridges. Oh boy, do I hope that's all the bridges. I also hope the convoy can make it. That's a big convoy. This is gonna break for sure. Oh yeah, I didn't adjust that. That is a lot of portals. 16 forklifts. Alright. Let's get started on this madness. And we failed already.
I'm taking the black hole.
Okay, now why?
Oh.
Nice. Seem to be making it through here okay now. And the rest. We've got a lot of finishers this time. That was actually pretty cool.
I just let it go. Let the experiment run its course.
I like that puzzle. Okay, 44. Cube Artiste.
Remember, the Aperture Science Bring Your Daughter to Work Day is the perfect opportunity to have her participate in the test vehicle slalom.
And so I swore that when I had kids, and I do have kids, I got an 11-year-old and a 7, but when they were young, and still today, if they see something they want to experiment with, even if they might break it, I just let it go.
No, no,
Oh no.
no,
No.
That's where you think you're at the top and people start doing things on their own with or without you.
It's not okay, Denny. That is a dangerous man.
Calm down, he's going to jail.
Test vehicle slalom. I wouldn't bring my daughter to work to do this. So we have a launch pad here, a button here, so it's, some go up and some go down. This is getting really difficult. Like, I don't know what's going on and what the objective is. Typically in this case, I will trace it back from the end. So the end has these two portals, we've got these two doors, which means those two doors need to have blocks on both of those buttons. How they get there is another thing. Well, it's working out pretty well so far. These puzzles are very, very difficult. Okay. So I just want to see if this cart makes it. It's got the option. Whoa, lands really hard there. I think I launched... Yeah, I launched him too high.
I'm taking the black hole.
Okay, now why?
Here's why.
It's mind-boggling. I'm actually going to try something else here. I'm going to try to counterweight. And it didn't work at all.
The next day.
So I just need to figure it out in such a way. Cube makes it, but it doesn't interfere with all the vehicles. And it seems as though we just did. I find the confetti is mocking me more than celebrating for me at this point in the game. Pellet Storm. Okay, can I finish this one relatively quickly? The answer is no. The simple answer is no.
Why is Russia creating the spaceship that's going to deflect Apophis? So that was an important news story for me because that is the beginning of the end.
Hard is hard and is meant to be hard. Okay, it looks like it's working. My plan is working. My master plan is working. Yes! Very nice. That's kind of beautiful. Also, if this works, well, then that's it. That's the end of this. It worked. It worked. Okay, so he got through. But we still have a convoy to send. Is this for real? Nope. One of them hit. One of them broke. It's 5 of 6, but that puts them at risk for this thing coming out. So ultimately, it's just going to come down to some slight tweaking anyway, because that's what I love to do. A bunch of tweaking. Tweaking's the best thing. Tweaking is awesome. Tweaking is how you should play this game. You should just tweak yourself.
What kind of drugs do you take?
It's nothing like that.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I just needed some money to pay off some stuff.
I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm just so mad there was just that one guy. Would you please squeeze through? He squeezed through. And now we're out of here. If it took much longer than that, I probably would have, like...
Do not let us in. All of us will die.
I said temporarily. I didn't say permanently. I said temporarily.
46. The Braid. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Bridge Constructor Portal. Thank you all for watching me rage for about 2 hours. There's 15 levels left. 15. And I don't want to do any more today. God. Get me out of here.
You talk about events that can cause the end of the world. Does this knowledge keep you awake at night?
Yes.